Everyone says learn AI skills. Great, but which ones? Because I've been researching for a few weeks and nobody seems to be agreeing. Some say learn prompt engineering, that's the skill of the decade. But others say it'll become obsolete in few years. Some say still learn to code. Others say AI will 100% automate coding sooner than later. I have 10 sources open right now and they're all fighting with each other. Today, I'm going to do something different. Stephen Johnson, the person who helped create NotebookLM at Google, emphasizes NotebookLM is not a search engine. Use it as a thought partner. And I'm going to test that. I uploaded 10 sources to NotebookLM and I'm going to show you 3 moves by which you can have NotebookLM as your thinking partner. So let me show you how. So here's where I am. I have multiple tabs open saying what skills in AI will pay the highest. I have salary reports. I have YouTube, AI certifications, what courses people are taking. And then there's personal experiences people are sharing on Reddit. Is prompt engineering still a thing? And you get the point. I have so many tabs open and they all don't agree. Okay, here I am. I'm creating a new notebook. I'm calling it as which AI skills are worth it. I've uploaded all the sources that I showed you from the tabs that I had open, and also I added some more sources. So I have over 20 sources now. The typical thing that anybody will do is import all these sources, which is what I have, check mark, and they ask the very obvious question, what AI skills should I be learning now? Multiple sources, but one question. Okay, it gives me the list, context engineering, prompt engineering, governance. This is what any Google search would do. It's just averaging everything out. It is not helping me decide. It is just summarizing. But I want our research to go deeper. So this time, we don't have to check all and ask one question to go against all the sources. Rather, I want specific sources answer specific question. So my first question is going to be, based on this salary data and job postings, what specific AI skills are employers actually paying premium for right now? I prefix these sources by $sign, so it was easy for me to identify. Let's see what it says. Reports claim that prompt engineering is a core workplace skill that can improve output by 50%. However, the job market reality is prompt engineer does not exist as a standalone job title. It appears to be a feature of a role that raises your pay, but not a career in itself compared to an AI engineer or a product manager. So this is what I'm talking about. Completely different sources, the same kind of a question, but your perspective and its response changes. Now let's take different angle, personal perspective. Let's move away from the salary data and see what real people are talking. These are sources from Reddit where real folks are discussing what skills they learned and what became useless. So we are picking different sources and we are asking specific questions related to these sources. And this time I'm saying, based on the personal experience, which AI skills did people actually use learning them and which ones did they regret investing? It came back, the regret list. Here it builds me a table, the expectation versus the reality. I need to learn specific prompts. That's what people expected. But the regret is models change too fast. Context engineering mattered the more. I will get hired as a prompt engineer. Surprise, it's not a title, it's just a task that companies want. I need to know Python to build apps. Surprise, vibe coding allowed plain English to build working software. AI will replace middle management. This is what NotebookLM team means when they say use NotebookLM as a thinking partner. It is not giving just one answer. The way we steer the sources, the answers also get changed. And that is what deep research is. Now let's take a different angle. Until now, NotebookLM was giving us what these sources were saying. But this time, let's flip the question. Let's ask it, what is it that none of these sources are talking about? So this time, I'm saying do not summarize. Instead, compare all my sources and tell me what important questions about AI skills that none of my sources are answering. Wow, here are the basic contradictions. This one claims that prompt engineering is the number one skill in demand, but Computer World and Reddit, real folks, are arguing that it is fading fast, right? Reddit users are more blunt. Prompt engineering isn't a job, but it's just a skill. That's not engineering, that's a copy paste ritual. There's another assumption. How long will some of these skills stay relevant, right? And it came back very well, saying prompt engineering will become context engineering. Chatting is replaced by agentic orchestration. Vibe coding replaces technical syntax. This is a great. It was definitely a blind spot for me. Humans move to governance and evaluation. When the AI handles AI generation, the human role becomes strictly about quality assurance and governance. Humans use AI as a sparring partner to find blind spots in logic rather than just generating content. So humans must develop the domain expertise to look at an AI output and say, hey, this is not right, because the AI will sound convincing even when it is wrong. Now, this is what most people don't know about NotebookLM. Once you're happy with your report and analysis, you can save that as a note just by clicking this. The moment you click on this, it saves as a note onto your right side on the studio. And once it is saved here, you can actually convert this into your news source. So it becomes a source of your further research. So let me go find it. High income AI skills. This is the report of my entire analysis, and this became my news source. I'm going to uncheck all, use this as my news source for research. This time, I'm going to ask it one final question. Based on everything, my original sources, your analysis, give me an honest recommendation. Which two AI skills should I invest time in this quarter, and which popular ones should I skip? Explain why in plain English. Wow, it is saying if you want to move from using AI to building with AI, these are the two highest value skills to learn from: agentic workflow orchestration, the manager skill, and context engineering, the architect skill. It's even saying why. Prompt engineering is being pushed aside by context engineering. As one source notes, the quality of an AI system is now defined by the quality of its documentation, effectively making documentation the brain you give the AI. See, this all started with a browser full of messy tabs that could not agree on anything. Now I have specific grounded answer that I can trace back to real evidence. This is what is called having a thinking partner. This is excellent. Three things that made the difference. First, pick specific sources and ask specific questions. Don't just put all your questions at once. Second, don't just agree with everything that the sources are saying. Ask what is it that none of these sources are talking about? What are the assumptions? Where are the contradictions? Three, build on your own thinking. Once you're satisfied with the answer, save it and feed it back into the source. Go deeper. These moves work on anything. If you're buying a house, upload the listing, inspection reports, Reddit forums, what people are talking about your neighborhood, and see how deeper your research goes. And if you're preparing for certification exams, the same thing. Upload all your practice exams, studying, re-emphasize your learning. These moves work on any areas of your research. And right now, I'm sharing my entire notebook with you publicly. You can just click on the link, open the notebook, and start asking your question. If any of the answers surprises you, please do let me know in the comment. I would genuinely like to know what is it that AI is recommending you to learn in your AI skill journey. Until then, goodbye.